Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing Ddlc Literature Club yet again. Also make sure to go subscribe to Bearzo1_YT and my second channel, Glassman Short. So yeah, let's go. Also sorry, I skipped some of the dialogue. It's really hard not to when you first enter the game. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's already a funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy with an ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all sorts of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and where some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Isn't that so? Sounds like you already know what you're talking about. Or, it sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? A what? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. What's that supposed to mean? Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. I guess this is just a guess, but there's a lot of baking in this manga. Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. What does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable? Yeah, impressionable, I think. Aha. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it. So who am I to judge? Aw, that's cute. ... We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. ... Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. I tried drawing this scene before. It's really hard to draw. I mean, I draw a lot, but it's really stressful. Then you're like, darn it, I didn't make it perfect. You erase something, and then it just gets even more ugly, and it's, I can't draw like I used to. I always get excited when alright, we already read that. You know what I mean? ... question mark? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? You don't share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could get any of my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up with them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who also are into it. I I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do when he would find this. At least it's safe in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. It's not like it solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying it yourself, right? So? Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets a especially bad one. I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usually bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling that you get when you connect with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. Why do they put whom in this? I hate that word, it's really hard to say. The thought makes me smile a little bit to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you already done with today's poems? ... Oh, come on. Could you have your timing any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Monica definitely knows everything that's happening. You could see it in her smug little smile. Ooh. Oh, Monica. But this is resembling a lot of the main game. I haven't seen any, thing new yet. Because I've watched people play the first game. Thought you'd look pretty cozy over there. Yeah, she knows what's happening. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess we could stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Let's take it home with you. Is it really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. I would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one by tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets spent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow. I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's necessary sacrifice in exchange to seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what happens if I don't finish it? Alright then, I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. Yeah, that's what I hate about, bringing books or drawings to school. One, children, they'll be like, oh my god, I can't even draw a stick figure. And then they'll look at it, and then they're like, wow, can you make one for me? And then you have to go home, make it, come back, and then they'll be like, oh wow. And then they'll return the next day and be like, oh, I'm sorry, my dog ripped it up. Can you make me another one? Trust me, it's happened way too many times to me. Someone asks you to draw something, and you don't want to, don't do it. I know that from experience. I returned to where I put my stuff and... Alright, we already did that. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've already done this before. I never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is wrinkled sheet of loose leaf from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Yep, got something on the camera again. Sorry. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright, who should I show my poem to first? It doesn't really matter, so I guess I'll pick Sayori. Go in order, I guess. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing this with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Dun, 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 dun. Dot, dot, dot. This is a good poem, Glassman. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. I'm the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time. I guess you're right. But that's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Glassman. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things. Like this for other people. That's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motivation here. Or motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her after all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure it has lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold on to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. I know something creepy is gonna happen here with the poems. That's why I want to leave it off here, to leave it on a cliffhanger. Ha! But anywho, hope you guys have a good day or night. Oh yeah, also because the video is getting long as well. I don't like my videos over 15 minutes long, and we've been over 15 minutes long lately, so I'm gonna end it a little short. Anywho, I hope you guys have a good day or night. Goodbye.